Let's get some more analysis on this now from Erik, who's Head of Political Science at Comenius University in Bratislava. Thank you very much for being with us today. Firstly, what is your reaction to the news of Robert Fico's victory in the elections? They're going to be quite happy about it in the Kremlin in Moscow, aren't they?
I think for sure my initial reaction is that Mr. Fico made a remarkable Rocky-like comeback to when he was completely and thoroughly defeated in 2020 election, and his support for his party dropped below 10%. Yet he managed to win the fourth election in his lifetime, so that's a sort of a great story for him.
And what do you think the key factors were that contributed to this win? How did he pull it off?
I mean, one part of the explanation lies with Mr. Fico and his ability to work hard, especially last 2 years. He was omnipresent on social media, in mainstream media, in alternative media, dictating the topics of discussion, dictating the main policies, reacting to everything that the government was not able to fulfill. And the second part of explanation is the governing coalition that ended up in ashes 12 months ago, basically unable to overcome many conflicts that were connected to its governing throughout the pandemic, war in Ukraine, and the energy crisis.
The election results also indicates the performance of the far-right and anti-migration parties has improved. How do you see these parties influencing the political landscape?
It already seems that Mr. Fico's future coalition partners, at least one of them, Slovak National Party, is full of people and full of candidates that were clearly openly connected to far-right parties or have a strong anti-migrant and anti-LGBTQ rhetoric. But this is to a great extent similar to Mr. Fico and his party itself. It's the similar scenario that plays out now in the Republican Party in the United States, that the former or formerly extreme views are becoming basically a mainstream agenda of major parties, not only in Slovakia, but also in Western Europe and the United States.
And Fico's victories raised concerns about the impact on Western efforts to support Ukraine in the conflict with Russia. How worrying is this result for Washington and for Brussels?
The question is what to believe Mr. Fico and what of his sort of pre-election opinions will stay after the election and the government is formed. For certain, the military support for Ukraine will end because Mr. Fico sees the conflict in Ukraine as a proxy war between the United States and Russia. The other type of aid will be probably discussed, but as he already stressed today at the press conference, we need to take care of Slovak people, not Ukrainians, so that's his main message. But on the other hand, Mr. Fico is basically dependent on EU money when it comes to a huge public investment. So he will play this double role, trying to basically play for domestic public, but also play in Brussels to extend that he is able to get the money into Slovakia he needs for his success.
All right, Erik Láštic from Comenius University in Bratislava, thank you very much indeed for your expertise.
Thank you as well.
Appreciate it. All the best.